The galaxy was built on one unshakable belief: order is survival. Across thousands of star systems, countless species had evolved beyond chaos. Wars were no longer wild or emotional. Every movement in battle was calculated, approved, and executed with absolute discipline. No hesitation, no improvisation, no mistakes. Because mistakes meant extinction. And so, every species followed orders without question. Every species, except one. From the moment humans joined the Galactic Alliance, something felt off. They were cooperative, intelligent, capable, but different. Reports began to appear in official records. They hesitate before acting. They question commands. They deviate from standard procedure. At first, it seemed like a cultural quirk, but it wasn't. It was something deeper. Humans did not just follow orders, they thought about them. In simulations, where every species executed commands instantly, humans would pause, not out of fear, but to reconsider, to ask, is this the best move? To alien commanders, this was dangerous because in their minds, hesitation meant weakness. Eventually, the Galactic Command reached a decision. A formal classification was issued: humanity, unpredictable; operational skill, moderate to high; recommended deployment, limited command authority. In simple terms, do not let them lead. Humans did not argue, they did not protest, they accepted their reduced roles. Sport fleets, secondary lines, logistical tasks. But they were not passive. They watched, they listened, they learned, and quietly they prepared. Then came the first anomaly. A reconnaissance fleet vanished near the outer rim. No distress signal, no debris, no trace of battle. It was as if the ships had simply ceased to exist. Another fleet disappeared days later, then another. Each time, the same result: silence. The galaxy began to feel something unfamiliar. Not fear of an enemy, but fear of the unknown. The Galactic Council reacted quickly. A universal directive was issued: maintain strict formation, avoid independent movement, do not engage unidentified threats. The logic was simple: stay controlled, stay alive. On a small human vessel, a junior officer studied the data logs. Something did not make sense. The disappearances were not random. There were patterns, subtle ones: distances between ships, timing of losses, angles of approach. He took his findings to the captain. Sir, what if formation is the problem? The room fell silent. The question, a core strategy, was dangerous. But the captain did not dismiss him. Instead, he asked, show me. The officer pointed to the data. Every lost fleet followed perfect formation, predictable spacing, consistent positioning. He hesitated, then added, if I were the enemy, I would exploit that. The captain leaned back slowly. For the first time, doubt appeared. The captain sent a detailed report to command. It was logical, clear, urgent. The response came quickly: maintain formation, do not deviate. No discussion, no consideration, just obedience. The human crew sat in uneasy silence. They had their orders, but something felt wrong. The captain finally spoke. If the order is flawed, do we still follow it? No one answered because the answer was already there. Sensors lit up. An anomaly approached. Fast, erratic, impossible to track clearly. Other fleets snapped into formation immediately. Weapons locked, waiting for command. Humans watched. Command transmitted. Hold formation. Do not engage. The captain stared at the incoming threat. The pattern was undeniable now. This is a trap, he said quietly. Helm. Break formation. Shock spread across the bridge. That violates direct command. I know. Do it. The human ship moved, breaking alignment, shifting unpredictably. Around them, allied fleets remained perfectly ordered, disciplined, predictable, and vulnerable. The enemy attacked, not the humans, the formation. Ships locked in position had no time to react, no room to maneuver. They were destroyed instantly, clean, precise, efficient. Command scrambled to understand, but the humans already had. The enemy targets predictability, the captain said, and we just gave them exactly what they wanted. As chaos spread, the human fleet acted. No formation, no fixed positions, just movement. Constant, adaptive, alive. For the first time, the enemy hesitated. Human ships scattered further, each moving independently. To alien observers, it looked disorganized, but every movement had purpose. Angles shifted constantly, positions changed unpredictably. The battlefield became impossible to map. The unknown force slowed. It had expected order. Instead, it faced chaos it could not predict. Its attacks began to miss. Watch carefully, the captain said. They are adapting. A young officer replied. So do we. Humans did not wait for instructions. They analyzed in real time every move, every reaction, every weakness, and they changed instantly. Fire only when necessary. Human ships struck with precision, targeting small openings, not overwhelming force, just perfect timing. Command watched, stunned, no formations, no synchronized volleys, yet the humans were holding the line. Other fleets continued following orders, and they continued to fall, not from lack of strength, but from lack of flexibility. The battle began to turn, not toward the strongest, but toward the most adaptable humanity. They are not disobeying, a commander whispered. They are compensating. Command made an unprecedented decision. Grant human units technical autonomy. It was a gamble, but the only one left. Human response was simple, understood. No pride, no emotion, just action. Humans stopped reacting. They started predicting, intercepting attacks before they happened. Patterns became clearer. The enemy relied on predictability. Remove that, and it lost control. A human squadron charged directly into danger. Command panicked. Retreat. Humans ignored it. The enemy followed, exactly as expected. It exposed itself, just for a moment. Humans attacked instantly, coordinated without formation, connected by instinct and communication. The enemy unit collapsed. The battlefield changed. The enemy was not invincible. For the first time, the enemy hesitated. Command asked, what else can humans do? The answer came calmly. Request authorization for special forces. No one understood. No fleets arrived. No weapons deployed. Nothing changed at first. A quiet transmission left the human fleet. Encrypted, invisible, final. They did not arrive loudly. No signatures, just presence. Time passed, the battle slowed, the enemy searched, but found nothing. One enemy ship stopped. No explosion, just silence. Then another, then more. Systems failed, weapons died. No one saw the attack, no one detected it, but it was happening everywhere. They are inside, the captain said. Inside what? Someone asked. Everything. Special forces were not fleets, they were inflators, hackers. They don't destroy enemies, the captain said. They remove their ability to fight. The enemy fleet collapsed, not destroyed, disabled. The battlefield fell quiet. No final explosion, just stillness. Command finally understood. Humans did not resist for ego, they resisted for survival. Update classification. Humanity, strategic priority. Rigid orders creates weakness. Adaptation creates victory. Why do humans resist? Someone asked. The captain answered, because sometimes orders are wrong, and following them blindly gets people killed. A new rule was written. Human deviation is strategic. When humans request special forces, it's already over. The galaxy never forgot that day. Humans did not break order, they perfected it. And that changed everything.